Okay, what are affirmations and how exactly do they work? I can't wait to get into it. I'm going to be sharing my I'm going to be sharing my affirmation. I'm going to be sharing my definition of affirmations that I came up with when I was on my journey. But first, I'm going to introduce myself and let you know that when you see me looking down, it's my notes on my phone today. And yeah, my name is Kahdija Imari. Hello. I'm a self-care and lifestyle strategist, and I mentor ambitious women. I'm talking moms, wives, career women, female entrepreneurs, ambitious women who desire to prioritize their peace and do more self-care in real life, like practical, like for real. No, but really, I'm talking intentionally, consistently, and unapologetically. We're going to get this self-care thing down packed, okay? It's going to be okay. Just roll with me. All right, I'm going to stop being silly. So, what are affirmations and how exactly do they work? So, I'm going to tell you my affirmation, my definition. Why do I keep doing that? That I came up with when I was on my own affirmation writing journey. I began the journey back in 2020, late 2020, early 2021. And it just kind of hit me, like the definition, it really hit me like a ton of bricks. And so I'm going to read it to you here. Affirmations are encouraging words that disprove the lies you once accepted as your truth. In case you didn't get it, I'm going to read it one more time. So affirmations are encouraging words that disprove the lies you once accepted as your truth. So I'm going to break this down to let you know exactly what I mean by that when I say that definition of an affirmation. I know many people haven't heard an affirmation like this type of definition of an affirmation before. So I want to make sure that I make it very clear what I'm trying to say and what I'm trying to convey and what I mean by what I'm saying and how it's going to be impactful for your self-care. All right. So firstly, we're going to start off with encouraging words. So when I say encouraging words, I know that a lot of people are going to think that, we're talking about affirmations. They have to be like super positive. Well, not exactly. So my philosophy and my theory is that affirmations may not always be hyper positive. Like that's one side of the spectrum, right? If you have negative on one side and you got positive on the other side, what's in the middle? That's that neutral space. Well, sometimes I believe that if you are a person who you have been struggling with negative self-talk, like you talk down to yourself, you say that you hate things, you hate life, you hate this, you hate that, right? It's negatively charged. Whatever the things are that you're saying, you don't believe you can do a thing, you can't do a thing, all of this type of stuff, negative, then maybe the affirmations that you could write that might be more impactful and powerful for you, maybe those affirmations should stick to the neutral range, right? So you're not trying to go from over here negative all the way over here to positive. You're just trying to take the next best step for you and what's best for your mentality and your mindset currently where it's at. Hopefully that makes sense. It'll make a whole lot more sense if you come to the How to Write Affirmations workshop that I'm hosting on September 13th. I'm going to be talking about all the different things that I know about how to write powerful and impactful affirmations. They're going to be specific to you. They're going to be it's going to be off the chain. It's going to be dope. Like if you're interested in learning how to write your own affirmations, I'm super excited and willing to teach you. And I'm going to be doing that next month. So get your ticket. The links are in the description box below. But to continue with today's video, the encouraging words, they don't always have to be positive. You can encourage yourself in a more neutral way with more neutral language if you've typically found yourself talking about yourself or to yourself in a very negatively charged way. So that's something to think about. Now, again, what do I mean by, I have an example written here of what I mean by negative, neutral, and positive. So if someone says, I hate my job, that's negative. Versus if you say, I love this job, that's positive. So the neutral might be, I have a job, right? It's just very neutral. You're not hating it. You're not loving it. You're just kind of existing in the middle. And that's okay. Like I said, it's okay to just notice that you have a job. It's sort of like it's like one step toward like gratitude, if you will. It's not saying, oh my gosh, I'm overjoyed that I have this thing. I'm glad to at least have this thing, right? So yeah, hopefully that makes sense. But moving on, encouraging words that disprove the lies you once accepted as your truth. So we talked about encouraging words and how affirmations can be encouraging. How exactly do they disprove lies? This is my favorite part right here. Ooh. So disproving the lies, like this, I think I would say that, like, well, I don't know. Okay. I want to say that this is like the most impactful part, but I don't know. It might not be. It might be the what you once accepted as your truth part. But either way, that's an argument for later. But what do I mean by affirmations can disprove lies? If you were taught, I'm reading from my notes. If you were taught that this is the only job that you could have, I'm still pulling off of the previous example of I hate this job, I have a job, I love this job. Negative, neutral, positive. So if you were taught that this is the only job you could have, you were taught a lie. Let's expound upon that a little bit. Answer these questions. If this fits you and you can apply this to some type of scenario that you're in right now. If you were taught that XYZ thing, this job, was the only job that you could have, you were taught a lie. How do I know? I know because there are millions of jobs in this world. There are millions of different types of qualifications for different jobs in this world, right? And if you have 5 skill sets, you can apply to thousands of jobs, probably hundreds of thousands of jobs, of those different types of jobs in this world. So you thinking and believing that there is only one job that you could ever do, that is a lie that you were taught, that you bought into, right? And it's not your fault that you bought into it. You may have literally been unknowing, right? Like sometimes we're taught things from birth and we just don't know that there is another way, that there is a different way, right? It's okay. So that's one way to disprove a lie. The other way is if you didn't know that you could apply to other jobs, you believed a lie. If you've been thinking other, greater, better jobs with higher salary or with telework benefits, I know we all in this teleworking situation now. I love it, by the way. That if you've been thinking that other, greater, better jobs with higher salary or teleworking benefits don't want people like you, you have bought into a lie. I'm willing to bet money that there are thousands of teleworking jobs, thousands of jobs that have higher salaries that you desire to have, that want people just like you, that look like you, that talk like you, that think like you, that behave like you, that want the skill sets that you have. Like, I'm willing to bet money. If you believe that this statement is true, then you have bought into a lie. And it's okay for you to realize that you have bought into a lie. Why? Because that gives you a position of power. Once you understand that you have bought into a lie, that the thing that you've been believing for X amount of years, days, weeks, however long it's been, once you realize that that thought is not serving you and that it is in fact a lie, you now have a choice to make. You are empowered to flip that thing on its head and go out and get what you actually desire and get what is out there for you. Get whatever the truth is about that statement when you flip it on its head. Let's move on. If you've believed that your dream job could never sustain the lifestyle you desire to live, you've been believing a lie. I know for a fact that I can say that I've resonated with all of these statements that I have written down here, specifically about jobs. I used to want to be like a very artistic, I used to want to hold like a very artistic job. And in many ways, I still feel like I do kind of have an artistic job. Like I love creating different graphics and things like that I post on my Instagram, on the Instagram channel, different stuff like that. Like I just really enjoy creating and being crafty and using my creative juices and coming up with cute colors and brand design. Oh my gosh, don't let me nerd out about brand design. Like it's just so fun. But I believed when I was younger, I believed I could not make enough money in a career field such as a creative one, right? That's just what I believed. Fully, wholeheartedly. I was like, oh, okay, like drawing and coloring and crafting and sketching and things of that nature, they're for playtime. They're for like it just didn't, I didn't think that I would ever or could ever get to the point where I could practically sustain my livelihood in a manner in which would give me the life I desire to live, a comfortable lifestyle. Like she don't want to be a struggling artist type vibe. I believed that if I went down the route of getting a job that I felt was more artistic and more creative, that I would be struggling to make ends meet, struggling to pay the rent, struggling to pay my bills, struggling to, get good food, struggling to have quality friends because I'm so stressed out because I'm trying to get like working 3 jobs so that I can just even like live good. Like that's what I believed. Right. But eventually I realized that that is a lie. Why? Because I know people who have artistic jobs and they are not struggling. Like they're just fine. Like they're doing well. It was a lie. It was a lie. Point blank period. Okay, so encouraging affirmations are encouraging words that disprove the lies you once accepted as your truth. So we talked about encouraging words. We talked about disproving lies. Now let's talk about you once accepted. Okay. A lot of times we don't know this part right here that I'm about to talk about. This is the hard part. A lot of times we don't know that we've accepted something as truth in our life. We just don't know. And I hinted at it a little bit earlier. Sometimes we're taught things when we're younger and we just believe it willingly because that is a child's nature, to willingly believe a thing. We trust the adults around us. Sometimes we do that action of willing belief, willing acceptance, without challenging, without analyzing, without coming to our own conclusion about something. Sometimes we do that as children, teenagers, young adults, and even as adults sometimes, right? If we are putting so much trust in another person and they lead us down a wrong path, or they lie to us, but we believe them. We think they're telling us the truth. And then now we're on this whole other path in life. So we can do this a lot in life. Just accept something as truth because we have not challenged it. We have not analyzed it for ourselves. We have not rationalized it. We have not come to our own conclusion about this information that was presented before us. We just saw the information and just was like, yep, that's true. I think that's a pretty dangerous place to be, because we're accepting things as truth and we just don't know for a fact that it is true, right? Does this really apply to me? Am I actually okay with this? Is there another way to be? Is there another way to think? Is there another way for this information to come about in my life? Like, you get a choice in the matter. And I think that it's very important that we take it seriously anytime new information is presented to us, because we don't know it at the time, but we are changing the course of our lives by accepting something as truth or challenging it or not, or like whatever. Like, we are accepting a new belief system. And what we don't know is, in the future, we're going to eventually continue to think that way and eventually act that way, because we've accepted a new belief into our life. And so what affirmations are going to help us do is to reverse that, because we're no longer accepting lies as truth. We're revealing that something is in fact a lie. We're going through the process of accepting the fact that it is a lie. And then we're going through the process of changing that lie into a truth statement. So we're no longer going to repeat the lie. We're going to force ourselves to state the truth. And by stating that truth, writing it down, speaking it out loud, thinking on it, sort of meditating on it, we're slowly but surely changing our belief system. And by us changing our belief system, we're going to be changing the thoughts we think, changing the words we say out of our mouth, and eventually changing the actions that come out of us. It's just going to ooze out of us, right? Hopefully that whole process makes sense. If it doesn't, again, you are totally invited to come to the How to Write Affirmations workshop. I'm super excited to teach this workshop to you all. It's gonna be a good time. I'm just so excited to give you the information and everything that I've learned about how to write affirmations. It's going to be life-changing. I know this for a fact because affirmations changed my life. Like, I would not be recording this YouTube video right now if I had not gone on my affirmation journey. Like, there was a time when I just did not believe, as I mentioned earlier, that I could even be an entrepreneur, right? Like, I had to combat so many different lies that I was accepting as truth. I wasn't good enough. I wasn't worthy enough of having a business. I didn't know enough. I didn't know how to speak. I didn't know, like, just so many things. But me sitting down and being like, I don't know, like, I know where I am right now, but I don't know where I'm going to be in the future. What I do know about my future is that this ain't it. Like, this right here where I am right now, this is not my future. My future don't look nothing like this. My future is bigger, it's brighter, it is more welcoming. I love where I am. I love how I dress. I love how I look. I love the people that I'm hanging around. Like, and where I'm at right now, it doesn't feel like what I see myself doing in the future. And so I don't know what exactly I'm going to have to do to become that woman. But what I think I should do is be in my own corner. And so me being in my own corner looks like me being able to cheer myself on. I'm unable to cheer myself on if I'm constantly telling myself internally, nah, you can't do that. Nah, you'll never be able to have that type of job. Nah, you can't be an entrepreneur. You can't start no business. You think your business is gonna be a millionaire, billionaire business? Nah, that's never gonna work. Like, how can I become the woman I dream of being if I don't believe in myself? So literally, like, that's where I started. That is how I began my affirmation writing journey. I decided, I decided, I acted. And eventually, my belief system changed. So I want to help If you are listening, if you are an ambitious woman, you desire to do more self-care, you want to live the life that you desire to live, but you're not quite living that life yet. You don't know how in the world you're going to create this dream life that you see in your mind. You can see it, you can feel it, and you're like, that is so cool. Like, I want to be that version of me. I just don't know how to become that version of me. Like, girl, I can help you. Get these affirmations on lock and you will start believing. Your mindset will start to shift and you will all of a sudden just be creating that life. You just start walking it out because now you believe you can do it. And so now opportunities are opening up to you. You are doing the things, you are thinking in the way that is going to be helpful for you to become the person you desire to become. It's all about self-awareness, self-encouragement, and really communication with yourself and with other people. So yeah, I'm excited. I know this video got a little bit long. I thank you for bearing with me if you arrived to the end of this video. But I think I hit my last point. Even if I didn't, I'll say it right here. Your truth is your reality, what's real and what's happening around you and within you. So I'll say it again. Affirmations are encouraging words that disprove the lies you once accepted as your truth. That is what affirmations are, and that is how affirmations work. Again, I'm inviting you to join me at the live virtual workshop, How to Write Affirmations workshop. It's happening on September 13th. Get the information and the tickets in the link below in the description. I would love to have you there. It's going to be an awesome time. Oh, let me show you what we're going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about the tools you can use, the questions that you need to ask yourself in order to write the affirmations that you want to write. We're also going to be talking about how to clear your mind. I'm going to share with you my impactful affirmations formula, and I'm also going to share with you my easy affirmations formula. So there's going to be lots of information to be had. Again, I'll also say, if you're watching this video right now and it is past September, like it's past the date of the event, the live event, just know there will be a replay available in the COCO Love shop. So don't be afraid to click the link below because you will still be able to you will still be able to get the copy, the replay of the workshop. The workshop ticket comes with a workbook. There's different tickets available and you'll see them in the link down below. So thank you for watching this video. I'm gonna catch you in the next one. Bye.